Hey, how's it going today, guys? It is your boy, Taj Benjon, with Bars and Joysticks. Let me get back on the camera so you see my beautiful face. There it goes. And I have quite the dilemma here, all right? Because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to title this damn video. All right, so I have a few things. This is a video of me and Kaitlin Bennett, by the way. I didn't know that so early in the channel's history that I'd have a video with Kaitlin Bennett, social media star, gun girl, poop girl, the Second Amendment, First Amendment wonder that she is. Some of you guys don't know, Kaitlin Bennett's someone that goes across college campuses and just like asks unsuspecting college students a bunch of stupid questions to push some sort of political agenda. I'm not mad at her for pushing agendas. It's just like what the agenda is. It's like a really stupid one. So I'm thinking of titles, never mind, of how to title this video. And I have a few, right? It's like, beautiful black stud destroys redheaded naive girl with facts and logic. Or I have another one. It's like, naive redhead gets destroyed by black man while husband watches and films. Something like that. Something like that. Just get the clicks going, you know? Something to get clicking. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to tell you about how I met Kaitlin Bennett, my experience with being on her show, Liberty Hangout TV. It's going to have some fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to have some ups. Some downs.
Have to take control and then tell everybody else what to say because they have no independent.
I'm actually right.
They have to chant after each other. You notice how they.
But yeah, anyway, you guys are going to see it in 3, 2, and 1. Yep. So I was cruising around with my boy Michelangelo with Orlando Podcast. Me and him have different political opinions, but we're still buds anyway. And so we know Kaitlin Bennett's coming to Orlando, to UCF. She came about a month earlier. Got ran off campus. I wasn't there for that one, but I'm here for this one. I'm going to show up the second time. So me and him are cruising around. We're looking for a place to park, even though we're both alumni of this school, but whatever. So we're going around, looking for a spot to park, looking on campus. Campus is super empty. Haven't seen it this empty in a long time, especially not during the fall. And then we finally find her. We find Kaitlin Bennett. She's surrounded by like a cabal of students and Trump flags and a bunch of cops. I feel like there might have been more cops than actual people that day. So many of them. Like they came rolling deep for our favorite social media star like Kaitlin Bennett. So just like walking around, we cruising. We out here looking and cruising for Shody, right? And then all of a sudden, like she goes and she has like a circle surrounded up like with all her followers. She's just gonna film talking crap to protesters. The protesters were like behind. So my boy Michelangelo, he finagles his way in there. I'm outside because like there's no way she's gonna believe I'm with her. So I try to find another way in. You're gonna see that real soon. Yeah, so that's how it was. And they're circled off by cops. There's like a circle of them. Yeah, so this is my boy Michelangelo's footage. He gets in there. The security guard's like, yo, you ain't white. Let me see that ID. And like my boy Michelangelo, like if there's one thing about him, he's one clever motherfucker. So he knows how to make fake media passes. And it was good for him. He was like, yeah, media pass, I like it. Here he is just like charming his way with Kaitlin Bennett. She's like, oh. Yeah. And there she goes. And he's like, yo, sign my cologne. He does cologne reviews on his channel, among other things. He's just a funny character. With the cologne review, she's like, sign the cologne, Kaitlin, sign it. And he did a cologne review with his dad. That's his dad, actually. Pretty nice people. Yeah. And you look at him, look at this motherfucker. This motherfucker's just cheesing and smiling. I kind of want to put a picture of Michelangelo on the cover of this video. I'm not going to do that. But he's just cheesing and smiling. He's like, hell yeah, cologne got some like KB. The product value's gone down, baby. Yeah. So I come on over here because he's in there. I'm trying to get him.
Okay. May I have a picture with you before I leave?
You make videos of idiots. You make videos of idiots. Hey, Kaitlin Bennet. Hey, Kaitlin Bennet.
to chant after each other because they can't have individual thoughts of their own.
That's such a stupid point that she's making. That's your comeback. Ooh, they're chanting after each other. Like when you go to college and you do like game day chants at football games, are you just no longer an individual when you do that? Like later on in this video, even I'm not showing this part later on in the video, but she like leaves and she's like, "All right, guys, say Trump 2020." Then all of them are like, "Trump 2020, Trump 2020," and I'm like, I love how no one makes this point. This is a point that nobody makes. This is a non-point. And she thought that was like a hot slam dunk. She kept it in her video. Like, it's just silly. It's the silliness for me.
You have to take control and then tell everybody else what to say because they have no independent thought. No one could come out here and have an independent thought. Do you guys know justice?
All right, so one of my goals in this video was to get justice and attention to this one guy in my city named Salatis Melvin. He was killed by police, slandered by police. They said he had a gun on him. That wasn't true. And they didn't share any sort of body cam footage until after the sheriff got reelected. So essentially, like just a 10-second overview. They killed someone. They said that he deserved to die. They slandered him essentially because he was running, had no warrants, did no crime besides running from unmarked cops. He got shot in the back. And then they didn't show proof that they lied until after the sheriff got reelected. Love it, Orlando. Love
Justice for Kyle!
And they're like, "Oh yeah, justice for Kyle Rittenhouse, the guy who like went to a different state and then shot 3 people, killing 2 of them with a gun that he shouldn't have had." Yeah. Go.
Absolutely.
Kaitlin, you want to take a black person in your video?
Ooh, that was a good one for me. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it's a slam dunk, but it was a good shot. It got in the hoop. You know, it got in the hoop, and because there's like no black people on her side, except for her bodyguards and the cops. But they're paid to be there. If they're unpaid, they wouldn't be there. I guarantee you that.
We can talk right now.
No, I don't play identity politics, and that's a very racist question.
How's that racist? I mean, like, she's the one that's like racist, bro. Like, she's saying things like black on black crime, and she's taught.
How's that racist?
Yeah, no, I don't choose to talk to people based on their race because I don't
think, to be fair, I don't think she chooses to talk to people based on their race. I think she chooses based on like how much of like a white liberal you look like. I don't think she targets like people of color that often. I might not. I don't know. I don't see every video, so I could be wrong. I've never seen her go to like an HBCU or anything. What if she went to an HBCU? That'd be ridiculous. I've never seen her go to an HBCU. But yeah, Shawty real stupid.
look at people and see color. I don't look at people and see color. You do. The only reason racism is still a topic in this country is because you guys won't let it go.
Wow, Kaitlin, have you ever said black on black crime? Yes or no?
Have you said black on black crime? She has.
Have you ever done black on black crime?
And she thought that was a slam dunk. She's like, dude. All right, let me tell you guys real quick, audience. Whenever someone says black on black crime, they never mean that in any sort of way that's supposed to be constructive at all. Like, no one says white on white crime. No one else says Asian on Asian crime, Latino on Latino crime. They only say it for black people because, like, when we talk about systemic things like systemic racism, things like that, they love painting black people as these savages that go out killing each other all the time, playing rap music, like fucking women and leaving them pregnant and just leaving forever. And it's just not the case. That's just like a narrative they like to push, so they don't like have. So there's no constructive conversation going on. Like, it's real fucking stupid, and people eat that shit up.
Whoa! Why are you making assumptions?
But to assume that I do black on black crime just because I'm yelling at her and saying, "Hey, you talk about black on black crime quite a bit," like that's fucking insane. Like, she's essentially calling me like a thug or some sort of gangster or something. Fucking A. She's like, "I'm not racist." Like, you wouldn't say that to the dude right next to me. Like, you wouldn't say it to. Would you say it to this dude? Would you say it to this person? Nah, but you'd probably say it to me and him. Interesting, Kaitlin.
All of these people they chant, they're either drug traffickers, pedophiles, they're either rapists. Why are they not chanting?
This is another thing too. Like, they love demonizing people out. Like, this, they do this to black people the majority of the time, but they love demonizing people after they get killed unjustly by police. Why would being a drug trafficker like warrant your death in the United States? Like, why would, what'd she say? Like, drug trafficking?
The name of someone who had to defend.
I don't know. Also said things like rapist and, oh, they say probably mentioning the guy that Kyle Rittenhouse killed. They said he was like a rapist or something. I think that was proven not true. But yeah, this shit's like really fucking stupid. You like, just because you're not an angel doesn't mean that like being killed unjustly by the state is like a good thing. That's also a bad thing. Like, what the fuck?
Themselves against.
Like, also, and like, there are also black people out there that are Republicans that have died unjustly, like Jonathan Price. Jonathan Price was a Republican out in Texas. He had like a Back the Blue thing. Had some sort of merch of Back the Blue one. I forgot what it was. But you know, guess who killed him? It was the blue that he backed because he was black.
Against terrorists coming at him.
He doesn't fit their identity politics. You know, you get a white man who's killed. I mean, he should have justice as well. Chant justice for all of them, right?
Yeah.
Especially the one who didn't rape women, who didn't drug traffic and stuff like that.
All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna ignore them. Turn your back.
Like, I would like to argue that killing 2 people and gravely wounding a 3rd person is worse than drug trafficking, just for the record.
Because we're not going to give them attention. This is about you guys today. We're going to come over here. We're not going to act like we're even going to entertain them. I made a mistake with engaging, so we're not going to do that anymore. This is for you guys. What do you think about this? What's your opinion about what they're saying? Do you know the guy on his t-shirt?
Do you know the guy on the t-shirt? She doesn't.
I don't actually. I'm not familiar with that case. So
Is anybody familiar with?
I have the article.
Yes.
He was shot in the back at the Florida Mall.
All right, so she's saying he got shot in the back of the Florida Mall. Accurate. What's she gonna say that's inaccurate though? Let's see.
Mall for something, but it said he was serving a warrant.
They were serving a warrant on one of his friends, not on him. They identified his friend, and they did not identify Slatus Melvin. They're just like, all right, we'll shoot this dude anyway just because he's running. Fuck him.
So I don't know what that means.
Just
Also, like, they had custody of his friend like a few weeks prior, actually, and he obviously was out of jail or custody or whatever. The way they did it was just kind of stupid too. What the fuck?
and you read about this.
Yeah, the police were coming after him.
All right, the police were coming after him. Where's the lie? Come on, where's the lie coming in? It's gonna pop up somewhere.
Turned around, aimed his Glock.
There it goes. They say that he turned around, aimed his Glock at him. He was unarmed. Like, you in the video, you literally see him moaning on the ground, pool of blood, final moments on this planet, pants sagging. I'm pretty sure I saw his dick at one point. I didn't see a fucking gun. And, you know, usually I feel like cops, if they saw a gun on a corpse or a soon-to-be corpse, they would mention there's a gun present. That just sounds like a basic safety thing. Don't hear that in the audio.
Hit him from behind, so they're trying to say he got shot.
Also, like, if someone can tell me in the comment section, how do you aim a gun from behind? Like, do you do like this? Do you have like some sort of like rear view mirror? Like, you turn into a transform, you have like a rear view mirror, you aim the gun that way. Like, how the fuck do you shoot someone from behind, bro? Was he some sort of like superhuman or something?
And killed in the back, therefore he was fleeing. He was aiming a gun at the officers.
How do you aim a gun? How you aim a gun and you all right? So they're saying he's fleeing. He's saying that he aimed a gun at officers, but he acknowledges he got shot in the back. These things like contradict each other, right? Don't you think so? That like, if you're running, how do you run and gun like that? Like, they don't have that move in Call of Duty, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm on a fucking video game channel. I've never seen like no one's acknowledged that ability like ever. Like, his Glock guy. I'm like, shut the fuck.
That's who they're defending.
I mean, that's the thing. They come
As usual. Who said that?
out here and say, oh,
Saying that in front of police. I mean, it's wild. It's wild the things they'll say and the people.
$10 says that I don't know who this motherfucker is. $10 says that this dude doesn't even know who Slatus Melvin is. Like, if he woke up this morning not knowing who the fuck Slatus Melvin was, but he's running his mouth fucking anyway.
They'll put
As per usual. That's why he's on the Kaitlin Bennett side. He's a fucking moron.
in the spotlight without knowing their background or the situation. As soon as they found out that the police officer was white and the victim was black, they'll automatically.
I actually don't know if the cop is white or not. Like, his name's James Montiel. Like, what is that, like French or something? I don't fucking know. He could be white. I think there's a large possibility he's white. I don't know. I've never seen a picture of him. Ever.
Automatically throw their hands in the air, put their t-shirts on, and walk out. And I mean, it's really interesting just to see that happen. And yeah,
Throw the t-shirts on and walk out. What?
We're not gonna entertain them.
No, it's almost.
I mean, you're entertaining me right now, King. What's good? What's good? Like, Kaitlin Bennett's channel is fucking entertainment. She's gonna entertain me eventually. I'm gonna get in that fucking bubble later on in this video. You're gonna see.
Embarrassing for them, I think, to chant the names of pedophiles, violent.
I like the energy of this one girl over here, like the upside down sign, and she's just like surfing away on the Starbucks Frappuccino or whatever. I was actually talking to her in the bubble. She's actually pretty nice. I don't know. I like her energy. I should have grabbed her number. Shit.
Felons who
Misconnections. Oh no. I was making the porn titles earlier, and now I'm like, oh yeah, she was kind of cute. I know she's like a trumper, but I mean she's one of the good ones. Damn, I'm too horny on Maine. Let me stop.
aren't supposed to have guns, and rapists. Why is it the only names that they can chant are of those three categories: pedophiles, rapists, drug traffickers, fourth category, violent felons? We don't do that. When someone on our side does something wrong, we say, whoa, you.
Wait, Donald Trump's done a lot of things. I think the right are kind of seceding from Trump right now because they think he's going to lose this election, but they're like, whoa. Like, not many of them have been like that to Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani and Mitch McConnell and Steve Bannon and shit. There's too many to fucking name, bro. Like, oh my gosh.
Get on out of here.
People are like, oh, like when she shot herself at the party, I'm sure people were like that. I'm sure people were like that. They're like, she was like, ugh. And then like people were like, whoa, to that, but like they've never done that to fucking.
You're a bad person. We don't want anything to do with you.
They don't fucking care. They don't care. They're like, oh, you push my agenda? Yeah, we'll take you.
I'm very proud of you guys for being able to distinguish between defending pedophiles.
Always like minimizing the pedophiles. Who's the pedophile? Rudy Giuliani, Trump?
In fact,
Who's the pedophile?
facts. Because
No, where are the facts though? These are not facts.
you guys are out here saying, no, you know what? Let's look at the facts before we start chanting things. What about the people who actually deserve justice? And you said David Dorn.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. What are your thoughts? Why aren't they chanting his name?
You know what, guys? David Dorn does deserve justice. David Dorn, if you guys don't know, he was this dude that got shot earlier this summer. He's like a retired police officer. He's a older black man. Got shot. And you know what happened to the person that shot him? They're in jail right now. They're probably going to face a long time in prison. They probably won't see the light of day until we have flying cars. And you know what? I'm completely fine with that. The thing is that when other people like Slate This Melvin get shot, or when Kevin Adolphe gets shot, or when Breonna Taylor gets shot, or when George Floyd gets choked out, like the people that do that, who are state employees, oddly enough, they go home. They don't go to jail. They go straight to their homes right after. The guy who shot Slate This Melvin, the guy I told you about a little bit earlier in this video, like he's just chilling somewhere in Central Florida. Like he's good. He's fine. Like he's probably gonna wake up tomorrow, have bacon and eggs or whatever else pigs eat. I don't know if cannibalism's on the table. Boom, boom. But like what I'm saying is like, yeah, like his death was really bad. Like David Dorn's death was really bad, but we're getting state sponsored justice, not like these other people who aren't seeing justice and they're getting fucking slandered. They're getting slandered like they did earlier in this video. Like it's a false comparison.
Well, I think it's indicative of the fact that Black Lives Matter is not about Black Lives Mattering.
It is.
It's about pushing a political agenda, which is Marxism.
We're all here to push a political agenda. I'm here to push a political agenda. Kaitlin Bennett's here to push a political agenda. This guy who has the Make America Great hat and a Trump 2020 face mask and he's saying a lot of dumb shit is pushing a political agenda. Every person in this video, besides the police officers and bodyguards, are pushing a political agenda. And that's okay. You know, like you don't have a political agenda. You don't have an agenda of what you want for America. Like what the fuck? Like, and this guy can't even define Marxism, by the way. Like, I think I asked him off camera to tell me what Marxism was. He couldn't. I don't remember. It's not in the video because she cut it the fuck out. And
If you just go to Black Lives Matter website, you can see what they're all about. They're not about black.
The website's actually pretty cool. My biggest complaint about the website, because there are quite a few complaints about it, the biggest one is that the writing is just so pretentious. I wish they used plainer language. They're vague and they use like pretentious language. I don't know why. And that just gives people the opportunity to either like take a completely different understanding because they misread it, which a lot of people seem to have misread, or be willfully ignorant about it, or just twist it so other people misunderstand it. Like, I think if this guy read it, he just wouldn't understand what those points mean. It requires like a certain level of understanding of nuance to get. I can do another video on the BLM website if you guys want, an organization. Maybe I'll collab with Two for a World. Maybe I'll ask Zillions about that. But yeah.
Black Lives Mattering. They're about Marxism. But if they really were about Black Lives Mattering, they would believe that black babies matter. They
they believe that. I'm not a member of BLM, by the way, but I'm pretty sure the founders aren't like, yeah, fuck babies.
Believe that black police officers mattered. They believe that black conservatives mattered. They believe that black police officers.
Bitch, you don't think black conservatives matter, bro? Like, if I asked you about Jonathan Price, you'd be like, well, what did he do wrong? Like, I'm like, yo, like, I don't like, they don't care about your fucking political like affiliations, you know? Like, you could die as a black conservative and you'll just be an afterthought. And you're lucky that you were even thought about at all.
Matter. They believe that black Trump supporters matter. They don't believe any of that.
Like, remember when Herman Cain died earlier this year because Donald Trump lied about COVID? And then Herman Cain ate up those lies and he helped Trump endorse those lies. Then Herman Cain died for cooning and standing and simping for Donald Trump. I don't think they think that he matters.
So they don't believe that Black Lives Matter. They only believe Black Lives Matter when it's politically convenient for them.
You know, my family, they escaped communist Cuba. And I'm going to tell you right now that socialism is a gateway to communism.
Socialism?
I don't care what they'll tell you.
Gateway for communism. Like, I'm pretty sure she's never been to Cuba in her life, and I don't think she understands like the nuances of like why socialism bad for Cuba. But yeah, she's just following the meme of socialism bad, communism bad. Yeah, so yeah, when people bring up things like Venezuela and Cuba, it's kind of like an inaccurate depiction of true socialism. These countries have a large amount of internal strife. Like, they're on the brink of things like civil war quite a bit, like especially Venezuela. I think they had a coup in our lifetimes. Castro took over via coup. Cuba's had a lot of conflicts with different countries, like, I don't know, like the United States. So when her parents or grandparents or whatever like talk about how bad things were, that's because like Cuba was in a state of conflict, in a state of strife. Fun fact, the United States also has like bad things happen when we're in war, when we have natural disasters. Like, there were breadlines during World War II. You know, like there were like legitimately like rations, like state approved rations during World War II. That was we were in a capitalist system. I remember as a kid during Hurricane Charlie out in Florida, like when supply lines got really messed up, like I was on a bread line. Like when no one had power for like 2 weeks, that shit was terrible, bro. I remember that vividly, not vividly, but somewhat accurately. It wasn't great, is what I'm saying. Hurricane Katrina, definite breadlines. You know, like, yeah, when bad things happen and a country gets shaken up, no matter what economic system. Economics aren't gonna save you from real life situations like natural disasters and a war and shit. Which is really unfortunate. I wish there was a system that handled all those things competently, but I haven't seen it. You know, each system has their own flaws. What was I talking about as well? There's another point. Oh yeah, another thing about Cuba, like Google. Hey Google, how many homeless people are in the United States?
552,830 people.
Yeah, so 500,000 homeless people in the United States. Hey Google, how many homeless people are in Cuba?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
The stat for that, I guess Google doesn't want to tell me how many homeless people are in Cuba. There are not many homeless people in Cuba compared to the United States, if any homeless people in Cuba. So yeah, so both systems have their ups and downs. Her talking about socialism from a dictator is a lot different than socialism would be in the United States. I'm not a socialist even. but I just had to correct her because she wasn't going to correct herself.
In school,
I don't want to be hard on her either. She's like the reason why I got in the circle. Like I piqued her interest, and then Kaitlin Bennett was like adamant about not letting me in. But then like her and like a few other people were like, "Yo, let him in. We want to hear him talk. We want to hear his points." And I was like, he.
Classless system doesn't work. You know, it just doesn't. And that's
We've never seen communism on the planet.
why that's my main reason for supporting Trump, because how many times has he said he's anti-socialism? The socialism will never be in America. And unfortunately for these kids is that they believe everything the media tells you. And if you look at the stages of socialism, getting the elitist, the celebrities, taking control of the media, you know, taking away religion, taking away the father of the home, you know, degrading life, abortion. It's all steps that socialists take. Democratic socialism, it's an oxymoron. It doesn't make sense. It is the exact same thing as socialism. And you know why they reword it? Because first it was communism, and so when Castro went to Cuba, he said socialism, to make people see that it's not communism, but it's a gateway. Socialism will be good for about a year, and then next thing you know, well, your AR-15s, they're the ones who kill everything. You know how many AR-15s are actually used in mass shootings?
About 400 something.
Oh my gosh.
Well, actually, just in deaths in general, about 400 something, but 80% of mass shootings involve handguns.
So the next thing that they're going to do...
It's all super sensationalist. Oh my gosh. Let me be nice to her. She did me a huge solid that day. Huge solid. So shouts out to her.
Take away the AR-15s because they're going to tell you that. Why do you think the media only shows shootings with AR-15s? It's a process. Then after that, they're going to show you the real number. The handguns were the ones being used. Then they're going to take away your handguns. It's a process. It's.
Yo, remember that one song by YG? I know I'm being like tangential right now, but I just got a handgun. I just need the handgun. So they got the answer. I'm over the answer. Versus bumps. Like that song it's called Handgun, right? By YG. Love that song. Awesome song. I don't eat the butt. He says that. That's what it was like.
It's planned out, and they need to realize that. They need to stop believing everything the media tells them, because it will be the downfall of America. I believe in freedom of speech. They do not. I believe in...
What's their solution to like the media like lying to people? But you believe in free speech. Interesting.
All of our constitutional rights, they do not. They're going to tell you that they do, but they don't. And I'm telling you that AOC, Nancy Pelosi, all these people, they're telling you that they care about. You know what? The Democratic Party does not believe in black lives.
Oh no. What's she about to say?
You know, Kim K, like I think her name is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's talking about some senator out in Baltimore whose platform is just like abysmal. But yeah, you know, it's really funny when like Republicans say Democrats don't believe in black lives, because like when you think about like which party like believes in things like climate change and systematic racism and police brutality, I think it's more Democrats than Republicans, right? Like, didn't Lindsey Graham, a Republican, say earlier this year, like during the Lord's year 2020, he referred to segregation as the good old days. So like, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Like, sure, the Democrats aren't perfect. They aren't no fucking angels for sure. They're fucking annoying little motherfuckers a lot of the time. But like, hey, they're a lot better than fucking Republicans. Lesser of two evils for sure.
She specifically says that she has an amazing ad, too, that she's come out with. And she specifically said that they don't care about black lives. Because like this kid said over here, they actually don't. If you look at it, they don't care about the babies. They don't care about the black on black. And only when it fits their narrative.
Yeah.
We got gunned down at the border.
Yeah, so that girl finally brought me in. So I'm talking to her. She's right there, right here on the side. This is Kaitlin Bennett. Kaitlin Bennett like does not want to fucking talk to me, bro. She's like so afraid to talk to me because she know I'm gonna whoop her ass. So I am talking to her followers. But hey, I get this Melvin's name out there. This is actually taken from Night News. Kaitlin Bennett cut this section out. And the fucking wild part that gets me is that like when I got in there, she was like, all right, I'm gonna let you in, but you can't cuss. So I'm like, all right, I won't cuss. And then like she was like, and I was like, yo, can you like have this entire section and not edit it at all and just give the full raw uncut version Kaitlin Bennett? I'm not gonna be disrespectful. And she was like, okay, I'll do it. I was like, really? You're gonna do it? And she's like, yep. And I was like, yeah, awesome. Thanks, Kaitlin Bennett. And she's like, That was my Kaitlin Bennett voice. So yeah, let's see what I say. I talk about Slate this moment a little bit more if you guys want to hear some information. Don't know about him just yet.
The cops like pulled up on him and his few friends. One of his friends had a warrant. He did not.
Right.
So he started running just because the cops were unmarked cops. So he just booked it. And like when he was running, he got shot in the parking lot at the Florida Mall on August 7th of this year. And then the sheriff's office said that he had a gun on him. And then after the sheriff just got reelected, which happened earlier this year during the primary, he released a video that night where you see like the most accurate depiction of what happened. Like you see the dude like he's like moaning. He's like on the ground just moaning from the gunshot he just got. He's like dying breaths. You see the pool of blood. You see the officers there. You don't see a gun. He was sagging his pants. Like you pretty much see the dude's like wiener, but you don't like see a gun anywhere. So that's pretty much saying that like, or it's kind of sheriff's office.
I love how Kaitlin Bennett's paying so much attention to me. Look at that. Look at her. She's all right. Let me draw around this. Let me annotate real quick. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. She's like, I want to have a conversation with the left, but they're too hateful. And she's just like playing with like some moss, like fucking donkey off Winnie the Pooh. Man, she's a fool. She's a fool. I pity the fool. Let's go back to it though. Let's continue. Let's roll bounce out.
If they killed somebody, then they slandered him, and then they didn't release evidence that they slandered him until after the sheriff got reelected.
She didn't hear anything that I said, man. That's really hurtful. Man, Kaitlin Bennett's fuck Kaitlin Bennett, bro. What a little fucking dickbag, fucking asshole.
But I think something that we can come to an agreement with is that Obama and Biden put a target on cops back.
How? Like she's a nice person, but she says the dumbest shit sometimes. She's like, they put a target on cops back. Obama and Biden did that. And I'm like, how?
How did Obama do that?
Please tell me.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, so Obama was like, all right, it's time for me to make Black Lives Matter. I'm a black president, so I'm going to make a civil rights group because I'm a president. Yeah, that didn't fucking happen, bro. Like she has like some wild fantasy like of history, of fucking recent history.
Completely. Like target on cops back. You have to agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
I mean, listen, can you tell me $5 billion? Black Lives Matter has been around for 7 years.
Yes, it's straight on.
Okay. $5 billion has gone to around that. $5 billion has gone to Black Lives Matter. Can you name?
Oh my gosh, I see conservatives say this a lot. I think this in one of my last videos, the New Zealand guy says the same shit. I didn't attack him for that shit. I try to be nice to conservatives in person. I think I am nice to conservatives in person. I'm a nice guy. But yeah, so what I'm saying, so when she brings up the $5 billion thing, I'm not sure if it was actually $5 billion that they've garnered over the past few years. But yeah, they've received a shit ton of money. Some of that goes to staffing, some of that goes to promoting Democratic candidates. Some of that goes to just organizational needs. Like I know that there's like they have like busing tours every now and then where like certain members go on a bus, just like Steven Crowder or Kaitlin Bennett, and just go around the country talking about BLM, the organization. Never seen them in Orlando, Florida, oddly enough, but yeah, this is like a bad talking point. It's like, yo, the Black Lives Matter movement is shitty because Black Lives Matter organization isn't the best with money.
One city where he has gone to?
They made It Can't Wait.
Also, It Can't Wait. It Can't Wait.
So that played a pivotal part.
At this point, because of It Can't Wait, over like being implemented, I think 2016 was when it got implemented. It's like data-backed legislation for curbing the onslaught of police violence. So in Chicago, which is a place that was known for having a police brutality issue, It Can't Wait, when it got implemented, the amount of police-led fatalities, like police killings, dropped significantly. And currently there's less killings. Per capita, there is less police killings in Chicago than there is in Orlando. So Chirac, you're less likely to die in Chirac from police killing you than you are in Orlando, Florida. Because Orlando, Florida will gun the fuck out of you.
The amount of deaths, like police led fatalities, in Chicago is now lower than Orange County. I mean, not Orange County, but in Orlando. So I can say that's impactful in that regard. You're right now talking about the group Black Lives Matter versus the movement of Black Lives Matter. They're two different things.
Now,
I feel like you're conflating the two.
I agree that Black Lives matter. I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
Do they matter equally to white lives?
I was too nice. I said, do they matter equal to white lives? Of course she's gonna say fucking yes, you fucking moron, Taji. Like, if I said in the eyes of the law, then I would have had a very easy way to claw her down. I don't know why I thought that was like a good idea at the time. Like, shit, I should have said in the eyes of the law. I let her off too easy. I was too fucking nice.
Yes, of course.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, are you white? I'm actually Hispanic, so yes, on the sensitive side of white. But yes, I am Hispanic. It's what I like. Complaining about the president. You understand the president can't do anything on state level. This is why the 17th.
No, that's not true. You can he can incentive. Okay, sorry about that.
It's not true. No, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I get it.
Let women speak.
Yeah.
Look at her. She's looking at me longingly now. Yeah, take that, Justin. Your girl wants me.
He can only help. He can only put troops in federal places. You understand that? So like communities and stuff.
That's not how I understand it.
No, but he can't. That's the thing. Is that it would be unconstitutional for him to
incentivize different policies that improve lower income communities.
Gang, gang.
Are you all right? Before we get into this, are you about to talk about opportunity zones?
Yes, she is.
All right, yeah, that's disingenuous right there as well. All right, so who do you think like benefits from opportunity zones? Like, do you understand how it works? Like the tax breaks that go up to the upper class for making things like gentrified apartments and for things like gentrified apartments, restaurants, office buildings. It creates very few jobs for the people in that community. It actually pushes them out. Like when you say like you set up a McDonald's in an opportunity zone, right?
True. That's land that could have gone to house people.
How many people inside of your typical McDonald's makes more than 40K a year?
How many?
Not that many. The majority of them are lower end workers. So that doesn't help alleviate people out of poverty. There are other ways we can do that.
Gang, gang. Rebut.
I agree with you, but it's the first step. It's a step in the right direction.
What's the next step?
What is the next step?
Do it if he wins another 4 years.
Yeah, but what's
the next step? What's the next step? So after we push people out of housing opportunities because like we have opportunity zones that are just used to gentrify neighborhoods. Like, what's the next step of that? Like, is it something good where like the cost of housing goes up because there's like all these people but less of a supply of houses, or what's the next step?
Well, if he's going to implement plans, but opportunity zones are a great thing. I mean, my question to you is
I just told you why they're not that great.
I literally just told you right there. Are you listening?
But they are great because I lived in Charleston, South Carolina, with Goose Creek Summer.
Yeah, she's talking about her hometown of Charleston. And I don't know if that's true. I didn't look this up before making the video. And I know she brought this up earlier from my memories. I don't know if the Charleston thing's true. When we got off of camera, she's talking about, oh, yeah, there's a lot of Black people. They're homeless, but now they have jobs. But like job numbers and poverty they're not indicative of each other. Like if I had a part-time job, say if I worked 15 hours at McDonald's and I make $9 an hour, do you think that I am in the poverty line or under the poverty line? Even if let's increase that to full time, say 40, let's just say 45. So 40 hours plus 5 hours overtime. Do you think I would be within the poverty line or outside or above the poverty line with that pay structure and that amount of hours worked per week? Like I would be impoverished still. Like I'd be fucked when it comes to finding a house. I'd be fucked if I had a kid. I would be absolutely fucked if I got into a car crash, had to like purchase a new car, pay court fees and all that shit. Like this doesn't make economic sense. It really does not. Like opportunity zones like don't really help many people, but it gives huge ass tax cuts to people that can afford like investing in those communities, like for companies that like can make apartment buildings and can make franchises like McDonald's and Steak and Shake, and can make gyms like Planet Fitness or whatever, and Dollar General Expresses. Like it's great for them, bad for the commoner. Bad for the commoner.
Horrible place to live. As soon as he put that 10% tax cut on big corporations, whether or not you want to agree with it, corporations create jobs.
They're not going to create jobs with tax cuts.
Amazon, all of these companies came there, and they can
give themselves bonuses.
But he said, if you're going to create this business here, get that tax cut, you can't bring in other workers from other places. It has to be from there. And let me tell you something. You look at Charleston, South Carolina,
Yeah, I don't know too much about Charleston.
I don't know too much about Charleston, but I know she's probably capping. If she thinks, let's review her thoughts. She believes in black on black crime as a way to curb conversations on black progress in the United States. She thinks that Barack Obama and Joe Biden put a target on police officers. So now she's bringing up Charleston. I really don't have much cause to believe that what she's saying about Charleston is accurate or true, but I'm sure she fucking believes it.
It has one of the lowest, in the top 5, maybe even top 2, lowest unemployment rates for
anymore. Go to Liberty Hang.
Oh shit. Yeah, the clip ended. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. After that clip ended, like there are a few more Trumpers and Kaitlin Bennett stands that wanted to converse with me and not let me get a word in to Kaitlin Bennett. So I talked to them about things like socialism. I talked to Justin. I was like, yo, I told Justin on the camera, I was like, yo, if you guys are watching this at home, look up democratic socialism versus socialism. There's a difference. And I was naive enough and stupid enough to think that they're actually going to put that in their fucking video. And they fucking didn't. Of course, they fucking didn't. Like, I got scammed. I'll admit, I got fucking scammed. I got hit real hard with the fucking scam thing. I can't believe I trusted Shouty. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's see what she has to say. I'm sure it's fucking dumb.
TV right now to
She's shilling her website.
watch Kaitlin Bennett uncensored.
Uncensored.
Not only will you get to watch exclusive content from me, but you'll get to say you stood for the truth, you stood against radical leftism,
She told a lot of truths during this video, and so did her followers.
and you stood up for America.
Yo, I want to check out libertyhangout.com, bro. I want to see some uncensored content. Let's see some uncensored content, y'all. All right, let's go. Do I have Liberty Hangout open? Let's just go fucking over there right now. All right, so Liberty Hangout, LIBERTY, Hangout TV, let's go. I am screen sharing. Let me make sure I'm sharing properly. Oh, you share. Yeah, share the screen. Sharing the screen. All right, I'm here. Yes, I'm on libertyhangout.tv. Is that a brick? Is that a brick on their logo? What? Yo, is Kaitlin Bennett? Is she thirst posting like these pictures? Is this there's like this weird sexual undertone to these? Like, is there actual risque content here? Like, ooh, risque. Don't tell anybody. Yo, you want to see some leg? Oh, I got guns here. Guns on guns on guns. Oh, this looks like a porn site. This reminds me of like when I was like 12 looking up porn on my parents' computer and just like going on like fucking porn sites and shit. And I should probably cut that content out. I feel like my mom's gonna watch this video and be like, yo, what the fuck? So yeah, so she's got like $15 a month, very affordable, well priced, lots of value there for $15 a month. How much is Netflix again? How much isn't Hulu? Isn't like the cheapest Hulu package like $8 a month? Insane. Just watch Hulu, folks. Just watch Hulu and Verve. Verve is only $10 a month. DC Universe is $10 a month. Biannual is fucking $45. And then $60 after the first 6 months. And the annual shit is $100 pretty much, but $74 for now. And then in the second year, it's another $100. Yeah, so whoo-wee. Can you imagine like the type of person that's like, yo, I want to watch this. This is worth $100 a year. This is worth $15 a month. Like this is worth $45 or $60 per 6 months. Like, holy shit. Holy shit. Do people, I wonder what the viewership is. Like, what's their Alexa ranking? Like how, what does this video have? I don't have words.
My name is Kaitlin Bennett, and I'm the most hated conservative woman on the internet.
You are not present! You can hate you in the face!
Was that someone actually talking like a really deep voice? Was that like an altered voice?
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Oh, the guy has a bat in the cave.
You need to back up with your video camera, pulling people.
Back up!
Bruh.
Yeah, back up! Since taking
Bruh. So she's just pretty much getting like the highlight reels of like people that hate her, and I feel like she's targeting like white feminists and trans people. Like, did you see that? Like, I feel like she was literally just like targeting people that like just looked a little bit different than like her average viewer. Someone that like some like fucking like chud in a fucking a frat or like their fucking high school's young Republicans would be like ha 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 and like laugh at it. It's kind of fucked up, Kaitlin Bennett. Like she's like they hate me for no reason, but at the same time, like she constantly advocates for the dehumanization of like other people, like trans people and people of color. And like she's like, why do they hate me and Trump? I'm the most hated woman online, the most hated one.
Taking my graduation photo at Kent.
And I'm like, holy shit! How are you like the most hated person, Kaitlin Bennett? Like Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, fucking. Let me think of like a woman. Blair White, Candace Owens. I'm pretty sure that people hate them more than you. You're just kind of like someone to laugh at. Like people don't take you fucking seriously. Like, I mean, actually, never mind. People took her seriously in this video. I took her seriously. Shit, she scammed the fuck out of me. I was too nice. Okay, well, that's it for time, y'all. I think this video is going to be like 30-something minutes. But if you guys like the content that you saw, and if you want some more, I got some more political content coming up as well, then make sure to follow right here, Bars and Joysticks. We got like and subscribe us on YouTube, like this video, share a comment. What was your favorite part? What should I have said differently? I know for some reason I think I might have been too nice when it comes to the filming. I think she likes controversy and she likes people going ape shit. So I think she might have wanted me to like say something extremely mean and be completely abrasive. And then like I look like the bad guy, make the left look like some baddies, and then she gets to own the libs. I fucked up. Maybe I should have. Maybe she would have like kept my story like this on the video if I did that. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe some alternate universe where that's the case. But yeah, what was I talking about? Yes, if you like this shit, like and subscribe. I'm gonna put links for my boy Orlando podcast as well. He makes some interesting videos. We have different political opinions, of course, but yeah, and follow us on social media, all that shit, all that good shit. Yeah, stay tuned. We got more stuff coming up. Gang, 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 comrades. And meeting for all.